Hey, it's Kevin with TechCrunch. I want to reach out to you and talk about things. It is a time for change. It's a time for change. And I specifically want to talk to the pioneers, the revolutionaries, and the guardians, the entrepreneurs that really take care of others. I want to differentiate this between these three types of people: pioneers, revolutionaries, and guardians, from the empire builders. We have too many people who are trying to be emperors ruling over people. And the key thing is the entrepreneurs that care, that are really looking to take care of other humans. That's the people I would like to make sure that this video is for. The key thing is the difference between hierarchy and community. Now, both of these groups of people that we're talking about, the three that I'm reaching out to versus the empire builders, the tech bros that don't really care about people. There's one thing: both organizations, both styles of organizations can go to scale. But the key thing is, are you driving it from a hierarchy, or are you driving it from building a community? And I want to talk about that and share some of my insight in my 31 years of being an entrepreneur and being a community builder and working with entrepreneurs around the world. What's possible with the work that we're at? Because we're at a seminal point. I remember back in 2008, 2009, the world had just gone through an economic decline. And one of the things that I want to tell you, those of you who weren't here in Austin, that went through the decline here in Austin, we were able to recover faster than anywhere else in the United States. You might ask, what was it that made that happen? Well, there's some dynamics about what was needed back then. One of the things that I think we had done better than any other place in the United States, and perhaps any other place in the world, was we had organized the community of entrepreneurs to really respond. Entrepreneurs needed to change the way things were happening really quickly. It was because of our connectivity among our community of entrepreneurs that our entrepreneurial ecosystem was able to durably respond very quickly. And now, this is what's needed now. Although we're going to have to take it to a different level than what we did back in 2008 and 2009. And I'm not just talking about Austin. This is something that's needed across the world, but especially here in the United States. We can see that our economy is down. The trade policies have really limited a lot of activity. There's a lot of difficulty. We see that a lot of individuals are losing some of their rights and losing some of their capacities for taking action. And this is why us as a group of entrepreneurs need to bind together. The other thing is, it's going to take a lot more individual grit. That is, like, what's the internal thing that helps you drive forward, as well as community connection. I'll talk a lot more about both of these issues. In my entrepreneurial experience, one of the things that's allowed me to keep on going after all these years and being a pioneer and being a revolutionary, being a community organizer, is what I've been doing for myself. But also, this has been the source of power as well, about being connected. And part of what's broken down in our community is here. And I'm not just talking about in Austin, but all across the United States and among the world. There happens to be things that we can learn from other parts of the world, other communities. As an example, I've had the benefit of living in Mexico and living in Chile. And in both cases, there's models about how people interact community-wise that we can take advantage of. So this is going to be the key difference of what's needed for 2025 and beyond. There's a lot of work to be done. And as we organized back in 2008, 2009, it's now time to do that again, but take it to a different level. Part of what Tech Ranch in my organization, what we're going to be doing as well, is part of the secret of what I think is going to make us durable and be able to be resilient through these times is not just in our local communities, but also in tying into international connections where we can work with entrepreneurs in other parts of the world to actually really target in the things that make a difference in the world. Part of the way I've said this, if you've heard me talk about Tech Ranch and what's taken me to 22 countries in the last 8 years, is I believe all the world's problems have already been solved. It's just a matter of connecting the entrepreneur to the solution to the market with the problem. And sometimes that means we have to cross a country boundary. So we'll continue to organize like we did in the past here in Austin and in other cities that we're working in. But we're also going to be driving this across border because a lot of times the insight, support, or other tools or resources or relationship you need happen to be in another country not too far away. And through this, we can gather more power together so that we can drive forward and navigate these trying times, but come out ahead on the other side. With that, just want to say, join us. Love to have you involved. If you're not involved, if you're not on the TechRanch newsletter or you're not in the TechRanch community, make sure you go ahead and sign up. You can go to techranch.com/connect, and all the tools for getting involved with us for free to get started are right there. Thank you.